and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, huh? Yeah, we here.
It's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river, and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Jets. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. He'll have a first down past the 40. There he goes, left side. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 73 yards.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal.
And goal at the 2-yard line.
This Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on second and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And this carries into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 16. first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now Burrow on first down. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too. Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Complete to
a good pickup there, 21 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
10 goal, Cincinnati.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Ball carrier.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The quick throw by Burrow is complete. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
Touchdown.
Paris Campbell with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Leonard Fournette. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
3rd and 10.
Mike. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Easy. Green, triple team.
On third down, Winston. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Now Burrow. And he's got it. And the Bengals are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter as that's a first down. Here's a run with Mixon, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 14th touchdown now on the year, and the Bengals have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Pinheiro now to kick this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
So the loss of a yard, and now second and 11 from the 24-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check, flip.
From the gun, Winston. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down. On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. The return is voted. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. But these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
Battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Rolling to his left. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And 3 at the 31-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Let's go, let's go. Easy. Check. Crunch.
On the run, it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game. But it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Be ready. White 25. Watch QB drop. Hey, stop.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston, man open. That's Robert Foster complete. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Play action now, Winston. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Last 50 seconds left. You. Check 7, check. Wait.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. And the Bengals have recovered it. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. And able to find Alan Lazard. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
56. Mike, 56.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. But just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now Winston. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
From the 4 now, 3rd and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And his kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
on second down. Mixon. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Complete to his tight end Sample. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
13 yards.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Here we go, Shaq. Hustle, hustle. 79. Tight ends on the window.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow looking for Campbell downfield. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Following the interception, Winston. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check, 55 to Mike. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Mike 55, Mike 55. Flip it, flip it, flip it. Get the stop here, D.
Here's Winston. He'll air this one out deep for Perriman. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action.
Eddie Pinheiro on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway.
He's good.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. Guys, we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. This time, Burrow will look to throw. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the penalty, it's Fournette. He's to the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Leonard Fournette. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. The drive starts with a completion left side. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
3rd down.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Campbell making the catch. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 24, Winston. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. No. Check 26, check 26. Slam.
Fournette, a first down carry. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
That's the ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 44, Winston. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Jameis now on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Jameis to throw it. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Winston. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Bowden now to return. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Mixon. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 more on that one and another first down. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there. Excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial game.
Looking for Campbell downfield. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Paris Campbell, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
17.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. DJ Reader able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Let's make these babies cry on the way back. Jack! Sonny! Easy. Banjo.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston, and he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally, you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Here's the Jets punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mixon on the toss right. Ooh, the juke. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
This has not been a fun game for this defense. They've definitely had their share of struggles, but they needed to make a play right there, and they finally get it done on 3rd and goal.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Nixon trying to punch it in, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. What a great performance so far.
And those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. A throw complete to Dorsett, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
At the 36-yard line.
Check, no. Right here. 5 on the 50.
Winston now. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Rashad Perriman. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up
facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Mike, check. 59.
To throw is Winston. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
10 at the 47-yard line.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's go now.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Fournette running out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals will get the football back.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know
the Bengals drive about to get going. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. They try to eat some clock with Mixon, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And that'll set them back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
no conversation, ain't got time for no debate. It's for the taking, no hesitation.
And the Jets D, they call out a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in